All right. I say this all the time. Excited comes into my mind. But every time I go through a new consignment sent to AA Sports Cards, that's what it is. It's just, I'm so happy that people have chosen us to sell their cards for them. There is the contract inside the box, which was sent to us for people across Canada. Canada Post sells boxes like these, and it's very simple and easy to send us your collections, as this person did. These two binders and this group of cards were inside this box. Simple and easy. And the person that has consigned this collection to us made it very clear that she knew very little about sports cards. And my answer to her was, that's good, because consigning to us means you don't have to know anything about sports cards. Instead of going down the rabbit hole and spending countless hours doing research, which really gets you nowhere, by consigning the collection to us, we are selling for you. We are working with you, not against you. The better you do, the better we do. So you don't really have to know anything as long as there's trust, and that trust comes from going on our website, aasportscards.com, Googling AA Sports Cards, talking to me on the phone or by email, and our 25 years on eBay. I don't even want to tell you how long I've been doing this as a kid, buying and selling. Started when I was 13 years old. But we are, again, working for you. So there's no secrets. We're not hiding any information. All you need to do is send us your collection and we do the rest. And with that said, let's look at this consignment collection sent to us and see what's inside. So these two stacks of cards were in this bubble mailer. And typically when collections have cards separated from the rest, they tend to be the better star cards, and that's most likely what is here. This is the 1962 Post Canadian Mickey Mantle with the French on front. There is two of them, and most of these cards appear to be Hall of Famers, which is going to be great. There's Bob Gibson, 1963 Fleer, Carl Yastrzemski from 1963, the Maris and Aaron from the from the Post Serial Canadian set, another Mickey Mantle, so there's three of them now. Ernie Banks, and then there's a second year Carl Yastrzemski, a 1963 Koufax. So we will put these in a pile very carefully and go on to the second stack. Some of these cards may well be part of what the other cards that are in the binders, and if there is a large amount of cards from a given year, we will most likely sell those together. Because these cards are off grade, we will probably sell a lot of these in groups, although some of them, such as this, will be sold individually. The market for Jackie Robinson is so strong right now that even low grade cards with no back damage will sell well, as this one will. There's a 1959 Willie Mays, 1954 Eddie Matthews, Yogi Berra from 1955, Stan the Man from 1958, Duke Snider. This is a good card, 1954 Ted Williams, number 250. Ted Williams had two cards in the top set, the first card and the last card. There's Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. And we end on a good one. There is Pee Wee Reese's card from the 1952 Topps Baseball set. This is a high number from the famous series that also contains Mickey Mantle and Jackie Robinson. One of the marquee cards from the most famous set of baseball cards ever issued. This is definitely a card that we will sell individually. And I love vintage stars. And I love when consigners sell us vintage stars because I know they're going to do well. All right, let's look at the binders here. There's two to go through. This is the first one. And we're off to a fantastic start, folks. There is, the first page is 1952 Topps Baseball. And I'll have the camera come in. I won't mention, I won't go through every single card, but there are some blue backs and some red backs, as the camera can see. And let's keep paging through. So this is a perfect example of cards that we will probably sell all of the 1952 tops together. And in fact, that Reese may rejoin the group if we need some star card quotient, but there's going to be some very good cards here. There's Bobby Thompson. And we're starting to get into the high numbers from 1952. There's Smokey Burgess. So the high numbers start at number 311, and these are all high numbers here. So I am elated. There's a big group of 1952 tops, high numbers, and now we started to get into 1953 tops. Again, low-grade material, but there is a market for low-grade material, especially going back to some cards like this, and I want to focus on that, a card such as this. The market has become so expensive for these high-grade examples of cards like this that it's made the lower-grade examples of the same card rise in value because the near mint examples are out of reach for most people. So it's made the lower grade examples very desirable in the market. So if you have vintage hockey, baseball, stars, and Hall of Famers, we can do very well for you if you want to send them to us to sell for you. We'll keep paging through the binder here. A big group of 1953 tops. One of the prettiest baseball card sets of all time. And I am not stopping to see if there are stars here after the video is turned off. That's when we go and we do a deep dive through the collections, obviously, when we start to list them for the consigner. 1954 tops is next, followed by 1955 tops, followed by 1955 Bowman. So a really nice binder of older baseball. There's 1956 tops, and as an example, right on top there, well, I see this page has some high-powered stuff here. We've got the Ernie Banks card from 1956. We've got the Dick Grout rookie card, and we've got Al Kaline. Third-year cards and a rookie card. So there will definitely be stars, and this is a nice grouping, a nice size collection of older baseball. It's very important when people want to consign that if you have lower grade material and it's not a Mantle or a Mays or something like that, that you have quantity. When we can sell partial sets or large groups of cards, that's when our consigners can do very, very well. Let's put that binder there, and let's go into the next binder, which starts off at 1962 tops, and we see Sandy Koufax right there. Well, we see Roger Maris right there, Koufax and Clemente. So now I'm thinking this could, well, this would be a partial set probably, because that's card number 1, that's card number 5, so they're probably going in order. And there is going to be a lot of stars here. There's Rocky Colavito, there's Jimmy Catt, and we will see the extent of how many 62 tops. There's a Lou Brock rookie card. I hope the camera can see that. So there is a very nice group of 1962 tops, which is a prime example of how we would sell. When these cards go on eBay under our user ID, Vahuda, you will see all of these cards from 1962 being sold together. And following 1962 is the next year, 1963 tops, famous for the Pete Rose rookie card. And again, we will try not to make these videos too long, but you can see the extent of a deep run from both sets. And I don't think the Pete Rose rookie card will be here, but I happen to know it's card number 537, and no, I don't even think the run goes that high. There's Roger Maris. So there will be a nice grouping of stars. There is Juan Marichal. It's a pretty set, 1963. And the last group are some O-Pee-Chee baseball cards. A personal favorite of mine, 1965, 1966, in through 1973. So, this is a fantastic grouping, and I believe the owner of this collection has more, and she has started to dip her toe in the water with us by sending us these 2 binders to start. I'm going to work very hard for her and try to do the best job I possibly can, and hoping that she'll become a repeat consigner and then send more cards from her collection for us to sell. Thank you for watching. As always, everybody, look for this collection to start being on eBay under our user ID, Vahoota, V-A-H-O-O-T-A, very shortly. Once the camera's turned off, I'm going to get right down to work, and you'll see this collection on eBay very soon. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back real soon with more videos.